In today's world of overstimulation and clutter, minimalist architecture offers a refreshing escape, an invitation to clarity, peace, and understated luxury. In this video, we'll explore how simplicity and grandeur merge in breathtaking luxury minimalist homes, creating spaces that are not only visually stunning but emotionally grounding. Luxury minimalism blends high-end materials, fine craftsmanship, and generous spatial design with the discipline of restraint. It's not about deprivation, it's about intentional living. By reducing distractions, these homes place focus on what truly matters: light, texture, proportion, and serenity. Minimalist luxury homes are inspired by philosophies like Zen, Scandinavian simplicity, and Bauhaus functionality. The principle is to achieve more with less. Every surface, every corner, every line is designed with purpose. Beauty arises not from ornamentation, but from harmony and refinement. One of the most noticeable elements in these homes is the generous use of open space. Large voids, high ceilings, and unbroken walls give a sense of calm and control. In luxury minimalism, space itself becomes a symbol of abundance and power. Material selection is crucial in minimalist luxury. Instead of flashy patterns, the focus is on authenticity: raw stone, polished concrete, warm oak, brushed brass. These materials are chosen for their texture, natural beauty, and timeless appeal. They tell a silent story of elegance and quality. Color schemes are typically soft, earthy, and neutral, yet far from boring. Subtle contrasts and layering of tones allow for a dynamic atmosphere. Think warm grays, sandy beiges, and off-whites paired with dark walnut or matte black to create a rich, atmospheric composition. In luxury minimalist homes, windows aren't just openings, they're art. Skylights, floor-to-ceiling glass walls, and clerestory windows flood interiors with natural light, enhancing materials and creating an ever-changing play of shadow and brightness throughout the day. These homes are designed to breathe, visually, emotionally, and physically. Large sliding panels, open courtyards, and seamless indoor-outdoor transitions create a deep connection with nature, allowing the home to expand and contract with the needs of its inhabitants. Every line, angle, and mass in minimalist luxury architecture is intentional. Proportions are carefully calculated to evoke balance and tranquility. This mathematical elegance results in spaces that feel effortlessly harmonious, spaces that don't shout, but whisper. Even in its simplicity, minimalist architecture can be sculptural. Floating staircases, cantilevered forms, and monolithic kitchen islands become art pieces in their own right, turning everyday structures into awe-inspiring focal points within the home. Luxury minimalist homes are masterclasses in concealment. Storage is discreet, appliances vanish into walls, and clutter is eliminated. Everything is there, but hidden. This seamless integration of function allows the architecture to shine while enhancing the user's lifestyle. Every detail, down to a door handle or joinery corner, is often custom designed. Craftsmen and artisans are involved in creating bespoke finishes that elevate simplicity into sophistication, ensuring that no element feels mass-produced or generic. Open plans can often feel overwhelming, but in luxury minimalist homes, thoughtful zoning ensures coherence. Slight changes in floor levels, lighting, or materials distinguish the kitchen from the living room without the need for walls or partitions. There's a quietness to these homes, a deliberate absence of visual noise. The stillness creates a meditative ambience, where the mind can rest and the senses can reset. It's the kind of luxury that's felt more than seen. Minimalist bathrooms often resemble spas, spaces of retreat and healing. Natural stone, frameless glass, and floating vanities come together to create an atmosphere of purity and relaxation, transforming daily routines into rituals. Kitchens in these homes are sleek, high-functioning, and beautiful. Handleless cabinetry, integrated appliances, and minimal ornamentation are balanced by high-end finishes like marble, bronze, or timber, offering both utility and aesthetic appeal. Technology plays a big role in these residences. Lighting, temperature, and security are often automated, yet the design stays clean. Hidden tech ensures convenience without disrupting the visual purity of the space. Furniture selection is curated, not crowded. Each piece stands out for its form and function. Mid-century designs, Japanese influences, and contemporary European aesthetics often blend seamlessly, highlighting comfort and refinement. Minimalist luxury homes often integrate art, not necessarily on walls, but in the architecture itself. A floating corridor, a stone-clad feature wall, or a minimalist fireplace becomes a piece of art through geometry and light. minimalist homes blur boundaries with nature. Landscapes are curated to enhance the view, not distract from it. Courtyards, reflection pools, and native plantings become visual anchors that enhance stillness and depth. These homes are built to last, not just physically, but aesthetically. By avoiding short-lived design trends, luxury minimalist homes maintain their relevance and beauty for decades, aging gracefully with their owners. Beyond aesthetics, minimalist luxury homes offer a profound emotional impact. Walking through such a space evokes calm, clarity, and presence. It's an experience that nourishes the soul, not just the eye. Even in dense cities, minimalist luxury is possible. Urban penthouses and narrow plots can be transformed into quiet sanctuaries with careful design, clever use of light, and vertical space optimization. In rural or coastal settings, minimalist villas shine. Their low-slung silhouettes, natural palettes, and seamless indoor-outdoor designs make them perfect retreats, harmonizing with the landscape and providing total escape. Designs make them perfect retreats, harmonizing with the landscape and providing total escape. Minimalism isn't one size fits all. From Japanese wabi-sabi to Mediterranean stone simplicity, luxury minimalism adapts to cultural context, each version offering unique interpretations of beauty, restraint, and luxury. Pioneers like John Pawson, Tadao Ando, and Alberto Campo Baeza have elevated minimalist architecture into a global movement. Their work demonstrates how deeply minimalism can speak when executed with mastery and clarity. Behind every minimalist luxury home is a client whose lifestyle, values, and vision shape the result. These homes are deeply personal, tailored sanctuaries that reflect the inner world of those who live in them. Achieving minimalist luxury isn't easy. It requires discipline, budget, and an excellent design team. The challenge lies in doing less, perfectly. Every mistake is visible, every detail counts. But when done right, the rewards are extraordinary. Luxury minimalist homes are more than a design trend, they're a philosophy. They remind us to live with intention, to find beauty in simplicity, and to create space not just in our homes, but in our lives. In the quiet, we find what truly matters.